Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, and in this video I will be showing you how you can recreate this line typography, which is also called the scratch line typography. So super easy to do, and let's see how that's done. So I will be opening a new document. So for this video I will be using this 1000 by 1000 pixels document, and I will be renaming this to scratch line typography. But yeah, you're free to use any of these custom sized documents provided by Adobe Illustrator. It's not necessary that you have to stick with the same document size as I am. And create. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is to add a background color. So over here, when you open a new document, in this layers panel, this one layer comes up. This is by default, so you can just double click on this and type in background. So I will be adding a dark color for my background. So what I'm going to do is, I do not really require the stroke, so I'll just remove that from this drop down box and click on none. And over here, for the fill, I will be using this black color. Go over here to my rectangle tool and click on my document once. And over here, this pop-up box comes up. So what we need to do is to give this exact same dimensions as that of our document, and we click on OK. So which was 1000 by 1000, and just click and drag like this, and I'll go ahead and also lock my layer because I do not want to accidentally delete my layer or make any changes while I am going to make this kind of an effect. Right, so let's go ahead and also create a new layer now. And in this layer 2 panel, I'll double click on this and rename this to text. So we will be working on the second layer. Now what we're going to do is go to the type tool and type out a word. To do that, we'll be just clicking on a document like this and type out your word cool in capital letters. So we can't see it right now because even the fill is black and it's merging with the background, right? So we just choose this selection tool, and our text gets selected, which is right inside this red box. So don't worry, we'll go ahead here and change the fill to white, and I will be changing the font size from 12 to 120. And I let the font style be Myriad Pro, this is by default. So you can stick to the same font, or you can go ahead and also choose any font you like and see which one actually looks better to you. Okay, so I'll be just sticking to Myriad Pro. And over here in this font style again, so I will be using bold. Okay. So I do not now, for this effect, I do not require the fill now, I just need the stroke. So one simple way to do that is, over here, I'll just click on this swap fill and stroke. Just click on this and it automatically gets swapped. So the fill gets deleted and the stroke becomes white. I'll right click on my text now and click on create outlines option. Once that's done, now that my text is still selected, I'm going to go to object and go to expand. So I'm going to uncheck this second option, stroke, and let just the fill option be the way it is, and click on OK. So once that's done, we can go ahead and also expand our word to be a little bit more bigger so that it fits our document like this. Okay. But the thing is that when I want to edit every single letter. I can't do that because all of them are grouped together and all these letters get selected together, right? So what we're going to do is right click on our text and click on ungroup. Now we can easily select each letter like that. Okay, so I'm going to start editing the first letter itself. I'll click on the first letter C, right click and click on ungroup again. Right click again and choose this option which says release compound path. So I'll select this, select my letter, go over here to the pen tool. I'll zoom in a little bit more and make one anchor point right here on this line and make another anchor point right here. Now with the help of the direct selection tool, I'll just select the two anchor points we just made by clicking on Shift and clicking on Delete to delete these two lines. So once that's done, I'm going to go over here to this blend tool, click on this inner line once and click on this other line once as well. So initially you will see this just one line coming up, but if you want to also go ahead and increase the number of lines, something like this, we'll have to go click on a blend tool and in the spacing option choose specified steps, and you can add as many lines you want just between these two lines. So depending on how big or how thick your stroke is, then you can just add in as many number of lines or decrease the number as per your choice. So you can see if I add 3 and just click on preview, it'll look something like this. So it's completely your choice as to how many number of lines you want to add between the two initial lines, and once you're satisfied with it, we click on OK. So now what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and repeat the same process with the other 3 letters as well. So with the letter O, I'll just select these two because they are the same letters and I'm going to repeat the same process, right? Right click, click on ungroup, right click again and release compound path. So I'm going to select this one first. Go back to the blend tool and select this inner one and this outer one like that. So if you get something like this, don't worry. In this scenario, what you have to do is that you have to click on this anchor point right here and select this upper anchor point as well, so that you get these two lines like just underneath. I'm just between these two lines. So you can go ahead and also increase the number of lines by clicking on blend and increasing it to 3. Preview. That looks a lot better. Now coming on to the other letter, I'll select this. Since we are already released the compound path, all we have to do is just add the blend. So make sure that you're selecting this anchor point and this anchor point. Going back to the blend tool and just increasing the values in the specified steps option from 2 to 3 and OK. Now coming to the last letter here, this one. So it'll be very similar to what we had done with the letter C, the first letter. First thing we're going to do is to use the pen tool, add the anchor points over here and over here. And with the help of the direct selection tool, click on Shift to select both these anchor points. So you'll see the selected anchor points turn red and the others, they just have a red stroke and with a white fill. So once you've selected it, you will see this anchor point is selected and this anchor point is selected, and we click on delete. And we repeat the same process again. select the letter L. Do not forget to ungroup it first and also release the compound path. Blend tool, select this anchor point and that anchor point, and voila. We automatically get the lines we required. So if you want, you can let it be the stroke, like this can be, you can let it stay white as well if you like. Or we can go ahead and also play around with the stroke weight as well. So we can make it as thicker we want or how thinner we want right here. So from the stroke panel right here, double click on this, and over here in this weight option, you can go ahead and just play around with the stroke weight and see which one suits your text much better. I'll be sticking to 3 for this one. Now what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and also change the color of each letter. To do that, I'll be first selecting my first letter, going back to the stroke option right here, double click on this and just choose any color you want from this color picker, like this. Go to the next one. I'll be choosing a nice purple color, like this. Choose the third one. And how about a light blue? And for the last letter, I will be choosing a nice yellowish green shade, like this. So once that's done, we can go ahead and also save our file. To do that, we'll be going to File and clicking on Save As. So by default, our file name is going to be the same name that we had saved for the document, which is Scratchline Typography. And even over here in this Save As type, it shows Adobe Illustrator short is AI. So I highly recommend that we save a file in this format so that in case if I want to make any further changes, I can easily access my AI file and save it wherever you want to, be it on your desktop or if you have already made a file to save all your work. And we click on Save and we click on OK. And that's it. Our document has now been successfully saved as an Adobe Illustrator file. You'll see it right here. This .ai comes in the document that you have just saved. So I hope you found this video to be useful, and with a little practice, you can also experiment with different words as well and different color styles, probably even add a gradient if you like. And that's about it. So thanks for watching and keep practicing and stay tuned for more.